Hey guys, how's it going? I wanted to share with you tonight some of my must-have scripture marking tools. Lately, my family and I went to Jackson Hole on a little trip, and I had to pack my very favorite things so that I could study while I'm gone. And these are the things that made the cut. So I just wanted to share with you some super helpful tools that will make scripture study so much easier. The first thing, and it's going to be a little bit weird, is the whiteout. This is a whiteout tape. I don't know if you can see it that good. And the reason I love this is because a lot of times whenever I'm writing in my scriptures in the margins, I'm always really worried about spelling or if I mess up a sentence structure. And with this, it whites out and you can write over it and you aren't even able to really tell where you made mistakes and where you didn't. So this is a super helpful, cheap way to make sure that your scriptures are easy to read. And if you're worried about making mistakes, this is a really good insurance policy that I can't go without. The next thing that I wanted to share is sticky notes. Obviously, you know what they look like. In my office, I have 2 big boxes full of them, and pretty much of every size and shape. I love these for putting in notes in the Book of Mormon or Bible. Whenever you run out of room, they're really nice to be able to put in there, and you can just trim them down to size. Recently, I've been doing one on Christ doctrine. I'm just going to flip to a little page, and of course I can't find it when I need it. So this is an example of one where I've just kind of cut it down, and then I only use the space that I need, and I kind of put them in all different pictures or in all different colors, and then some I just put right in the margin. But when you have like a lot of quote that you want to write, it's really handy, and I love it because if you do make mistakes, you can just get a new post-it note and you're not stuck to it. And so I really take advantage of the sticky notes and use them all the time. One of my favorite pens that I use for scripture study is the Big Atlantis Exact, or BIC, not big, the BIC. So it looks like this, and the reason I love it, I don't know if you can see it, but the reason I love this pen is because it never does the like ink clots. Do you know when you're writing and you get like a clot of ink and then it spreads everywhere? This does not do it, and it's super thin, so you can fit so many sentences within the margin, like at least 3 or 4 in the tiny Book of Mormon margin. So this is my very favorite pen. I also pack a glue stick. This might seem like kind of a weird thing, and I love the purple ones so that I can see where the glue is going, but this is for when you want to put things in your scriptures and a sticky note isn't going to work. So what I mostly use them for is glue-ins. When I find a top, this is an example of one that I love, or a long quote that I don't want to write, I'll just print it out and then you just glue it right in. So you just run the glue stick right along the top of it, kind of like this, and then you stick it right in and it will not move. It's so handy, and it's a great way to add things to the scriptures that you don't want to forget about, that you're studying from other sources, like General Conference talks I add a lot, or other books from the Brethren. I also add a lot of things to that. One of the most important things that I cannot live without when I study my scriptures are these. Folks, these are the best. They're twistables. They're from Crayola. And the reason I love these is because you don't have to sharpen them. No sharpener, no mess. And they have an eraser. And they erase so good out of the scripture paper because the scripture paper is different. I've used normal colored pencils and it leaves marks and it kind of stains the pages. It doesn't let it erase all the way. And then highlighters, they go through the page. So these are the best things that I have found that work all the way around, and it makes it really easy if you want to color code things or have like a beautiful, colorful Book of Mormon or Bible. It really helps. Down below in the bottom bar, I'm going to have linked all the things I'm talking about and hopefully links to where you can find them. So if you're not sure exactly what you're looking for, it'll be good just so you can see it up close. But I got them from Amazon and I think it's like $7 or $8 for 30. So you really get a good bang for your buck. And I've had these for a long time, probably since my mission. So, and they're still full and going. So they're a really good investment. The next thing that I use and I love is this. I don't know the proper name for it. I think it's like a scripture marker stencil. But the reason this is amazing is because it can be a bookmark and because then you can trace straight lines under the words. And then you don't have any crooked lines or like, you know how you make a line and then it goes to the words? You don't have that with this. It's amazing. And then if you want to box a whole verse, then you can just use this and you can put it up and down and make whatever size of box you need to fit your verse. So this is extremely helpful. And the reason I love this edge is because when you're making lines in your Book of Mormon to connect the footnotes to whatever you're reading, then it makes it so nice. I don't know if you'll be able to see it because it's in orange, but see these lines? That way you can just use the edge of the ruler. Oh, I can't see. And then you just have a straight line. So then that way everything just looks nice and clean and crisp. The next thing that I wanted to share with you guys is to have a good pair of scissors. These bad boys I got from Target, of course, the best store ever. And I saw them and it was love at first sight. And the reason I love them so much is because the handles are cushy and they're super sharp so that when I'm cutting out inserts, they just go right through it and I don't get any of the jagged edges or anything like that. So find a good pair of scissors that you enjoy using, and that's key. And then the next thing that I have are the two cases that I normally use when I travel. This is the first case. So it's a pretty good size. But the reason this is amazing is not because it has a gold zipper and not because it has polka dots, but because of this. This elastic makes it so nice because then when you go somewhere, you put all your stuff in there and then you just put it right around the Book of Mormon and it keeps everything in one. You don't have to worry about your pages getting damaged, and it's so convenient to have. Now, the next thing I'm going to say, you may judge me for, or you might hate me for it, so I'm just going to share it anyways. This looks like a sunglass case, but no, folks, pins. I put all my pins in. This is for my color coding, especially for the Doctrine of Christ, because I wanted, anyways, it's a pin holder. You don't need to know all that other stuff. And it's so convenient because all of the pins that I need for the color code that I'm doing fit right in here. And then close up and you're done. And then you don't have to dig through. It's easy to find the color you want. I use this for everything. I use them for storage in my actual purse with like phone cords or headphones. It's just a really convenient case where zippers are sometimes not the quickest thing and it's hard to see inside because you have to kind of dig. So those kind of make it tricky. So I hope you got something from all of these favorite things of mine. I will have it all written out on the blog too. So if you want to see anything in particular. And I'm also going to put up a couple of pictures from our Jackson Hole trip. So go over to the blog and check it out. And I hope you guys have a good night. Bye.